But I think building your own brand and creating a persona for yourself pays out in spades for anything you want to build in the future. Like the last 100 or so properties or more, probably way more than that, the buyers had no idea who Jill and I were. All they saw was some strange LLC name. But for what I really believe we get a great mailer response in part because they Google Jill's name. Jill's name's on all the mailers right now.
We're mailing North Carolina and we don't have any of those contacts established yet. So I was going to reach out to a couple different law firms based off recommendations I saw on Discord. But then, I started looking at real estate agents and I started looking at agents that were, so-and-so at landsales.com or, land specific real estate agents. So I found a couple of those that I thought was decent. Then I started looking on Zillow and saw that the most sales that were actually made were by people that clearly focus on house sales and not just on land sales. When I looked at their listings and I like the way they have their listings set. So I was kind of going back and forth as who should I be leaning towards as more of a land sales agent or an agent who has a lot of sales in the area. I've kind of settled on this agent who has a lot of sales in the area, but I'm not 100% sold and that's the right direction.
That's okay. This one Jack and I are talking about right now, he does houses too. I didn't even know he does house, but he does that too. So if that's the person that's really moving property in your area, that's fine. And they're responsive. That's great. They're into land.
You're going to know within seconds whether or not you want to go to phase 2 with that person, I think.
Would you follow a lot of their recommendations on law firms and escrow agents and things like that? Or do you try and do all that independent? Kind of use their team or do you try and build your own team?
This is what I would do if I was exactly in your shoes. For real estate agents, I would look at the current listings and I would call them and I would say, I'd like to get some information about this listing that you have. Talk to them for a few minutes and see if you ever want to talk to them again. Yeah. You're probably going to have to call hundreds of times. Literally. Once you find a set of good real estate agents, maybe 2 or 3 that you think you can get along with, you're going to have like-kind escrow agents that can close these deals with you. So it always helps to have a deal to talk about versus just calling and talking.
Often I already have it in escrow. I'm halfway down the process by the time I'm reaching out to them because that's my first goal. It's quick, get it in escrow. So, but if I didn't, I would ask, who do you have that talks just like you and is interested in getting deals done in a timely manner? They're going to go, oh, I get it. You can set them up like, I promise I will be the best customer. Who's your favorite? Because the 3 of us are going to take down this area. Oh, call Bob over here. Great. Thanks.
That's how we found Jill's favorite guy right now in this one market that we're in, because we sent him a bunch of deals and he said, oh, I can sell this for this. And then he did. Mm-hmm. We gave him the listing and it was under contract in a couple of days or a few weeks.
And we had one that he said, this sucks. You shouldn't buy it. We're like, thank you. We couldn't get a good eye on it. He drove it and said, well, I'll do it if you want to, but I personally wouldn't buy this property. I'm like, no, thank you. We're not buying it after we've already done some other deals with him.
In the end, you just want somebody who seriously hustles and who's excited about land. The 3 or 4 people that we have that in multiple states, they just love land like we do. They love going to see it. They love pricing it. They just love everything about it. Most of the real estate agents I've dealt with in the past, they just can't be bothered. Even with house deals, it's really, really inconvenient for them to pick up the phone and talk to you.
And once you have them, then you just stay with them like a new guy. He will tell us where are you going now? What do people want? A lot of this. Done.
I was thinking it'd be pretty cool to data scrape through Zillow on the sold properties to pull the agents who sold what properties and essentially pull it into Excel, sort by then and say, hey, you sold this many properties at this average price per acre. You're my girl. We were going to look into that. I don't know if you've ever done anything like that.
No, I'm jealous that I've never thought of that before. Brandon, have you ever thought of that?
No, I just was thinking that's an awesome idea. Why haven't I thought of that?
Brilliant.
That's perfect.
Samantha's working on it.
I'm actually going to do that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Excellent idea. I learned killer stuff in career path. It's always a 2-way street.